यार ये तो अलग ही चल रहा है भाई.
You don't drive Ferraris on rugged roads like Premier League. You drive them on like racetracks, which is like Conference League. Hence how Enzo Maresca is playing them.
रेफरी तो कर ही नहीं पा रहा कुछ रेफरी.
Welcome back to the Football Republic of India. This is Karan. This is Ronak.
Hi guys.
And we are back with Offside Opinions, where we're going to be answering questions that you have sent us on Instagram. And we would love to answer some really, really burning questions that we've got today. We have 4 of them. And I would like to begin with the first question. The question is, why are the referees allowed to referee if they can't referee? So it's quite aptly put and very well phrased. So
Yeah, it was sent to us by Ashwin Pillai on Instagram.
Yes.
Shout out to him. And it's quite an interesting question यार. क्या है, रेफरी तो कर ही नहीं पा रहा कुछ रेफरी. सब तो गलत कॉल्स हो ही रहे हैं. एंड सारे गलत कॉल इट लुक्स लाइक आर अगेंस्ट वन पर्टिकुलर फकिंग टीम. सो
नहीं ऐसा नहीं, हमारे साथ
I'm
भी
just
हुआ है.
kidding, I'm
मतलब
just trying to
सबके
be
साथ हो रहा
sensationalist,
है.
but-
सबके साथ हो रहा है. It's not just Arsenal, it's not just Chelsea, it's Wolves as well.
Yeah,
against City. So let's begin, man. What do you think? मतलब
there are quite a lot of incidents that happened this game week. 4 red card मिले teams को. There were quite a lot of offside calls that were weird, and intervention of VAR was weird. उसके ऊपर nowhere else to start for me at least is the Saliba red card, which again
talk of the town.
yeah, which again like people will say, bro, it is book में तो वही लिखा है by the rule. If you see, यही लिखा है कि you don't basically, you do get a red card for that and things like that. But
By the book, it is true, but then it's not consistent with your
and it's
every
still
game.
it's still a soft call, bro. Agar if you see by the book, it also says कि you need to look at the distance from the goal. You need to look at who might be in control of the ball after the duel or the challenge has been made.
Yeah.
And what is the chances that he was through on goal, the player was through on goal, and he was impeded and वहाँ उसको रोका
Bro,
गया.
कम से कम 40 यार्ड भागना था उसको.
40 यार्ड भागना था, and it wasn't
And
like
beat keeper को beat
it
करना
wasn't
था.
like
There was so much.
सलीबा उसको चेस करते हुए फिर पीछे से पकड़ के गिरा है. It was a stupid move from Saliba, but because I think क्या हुआ, ट्रॉसार्ड ने एकदम अचानक से वो बॉल ही लॉस्ट इट. It was a bad pass from Trossard, back pass.
Yeah.
And I don't think Saliba was expecting it. So Saliba got a bit
Caught off guard basically.
and I think he thought कि इसको गिरा देता हूँ तो it'll be fine, I'll take 1 yellow for the team. I don't think he wasn't naive कि उसको लगा नहीं कि foul नहीं मिलेगा, I will get away
Yeah,
with it.
so there were
I
like
think-
4-5 times he's done it. Where
No,
he's
but
got,
I think he knew what he was doing. But he
yeah.
didn't think he would get a red for that.
Absolutely.
Because if you see, he was at the center circle of the of the field. वहाँ से 45 यार्ड तो था ही. The ball bounced, and उसके बाद Evanilson had to take the ball, run ahead 25 yards at
beat
least,
the keeper.
beat the keeper and score. It was a good goal scoring opportunity. Okay, I
For
get
sure.
all of that. But red, I don't think
Straight red नहीं था.
sending and straight red भी कब, like he gave a yellow, VAR intervened and said नहीं देखो वापस देखो इसको red हो सकता है. So anyways, I think that was too much of it was a soft call, and now we don't have him against Liverpool.
Yeah,
But
so-
there are so many other calls as well, right? I think there was a
Sancho one as well, yeah. So Sancho penalty call against Trent was also quite controversial, at least in our fan base. A lot of people are just sliding it off right now because the Saliba one is so out there.
and even in the Chelsea Liverpool game, there was a Tosin wala action where it was very similar. There was another player close to
Yeah,
him.
very close. So Levi Colwill was very close on the right, just 2 steps ahead.
Yeah.
But he was also backtracking. So I think that's where the little bit of a difference was. But yeah, I mean the foul was quite identical.
Right.
And he got a yellow, straight up yellow instantly.
Yeah.
But I think like the Jadon Sancho, how Trent pulled him down was, I think. Okay, I wouldn't say a nailed-on penalty, but a soft penalty for sure, man. I mean, at
You've
least it
seen
should
them
have
gotten
gone to VAR. Like it shouldn't have been written off by the on-field referee directly.
So I think that is where this question is interesting. If you go at the roots of it, it may be me as a fan, especially now, थोड़ा और bias होगा मेरे को. But if you see Champions League games, even if you see the World Cup that went by,
yeah,
the way the refereeing happened in those tournaments was so much better than the levels in the standards in Premier League.
yeah,
I feel the problem with Premier League is that referees are allowed to take center stage in games. referees are allowed to re-referee decisions by using VAR, or VAR is not used for objective decisions. Offside should be objective, right? या फिर
absolutely.
तुम
या तो
offside
है
हो
या
या
तो नहीं
नहीं हो.
है.
Goal
हाँ,
line should be
सही
objective.
बात है.
या the ball passed the goal line or it didn't.
Absolutely.
So those things with technology is absolutely perfect. When it comes to super subjective calls, like the referee, on-field referee, who I will always think has a much better feel of the game, will understand that नहीं यार ये yellow card है. Then VAR will intervene.
So I have a
And the other side of it is जैसे Trossard को जो red card मिला, if you think that the referee has overreacted or something, the VAR will never intervene for that.
So I have a different opinion because of the recent situation that happened in our game against Liverpool, where that penalty shout where Curtis Jones was brought down by the keeper Robert Sanchez, head on bhid gaya.
Yeah.
Now from then on-field referee's perspective, after the feel of the game, as you are saying, वो nailed on penalty था. लेकिन even though it is subjective call, VAR intervened and we saw that he touched the ball first.
Yeah.
That's why we got saved.
Correct.
So there is a other side of the coin here as well.
I'm not saying कि it's absolutely, मतलब मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि खराब है VAR उसको मत करो.
हाँ, but बहुत
Again,
hit and miss है,
talking
बहुत hit and
my
miss
problem
है.
is the competency of referees is just not there.
Yeah.
मतलब the referees are absolutely उनके calls are एक तो subjective, तो subjective calls में तुम एक और एक layer of subjectivity add कर रहे हो कि वो बंदा वैन में बैठ के देख रहा है कि हाँ यार ये तो मेरे को लगता है रेड कार्ड होना चाहिए,
सही बात
यार प्लीज रेड कार्ड दे दे. फिर वो ऑफसाइड वाला, देयर आर सो मेनी टाइम्स द लाइन्समैन सेज इट्स अ फाउल बट द मेन रेफरी ओवरराइड्स दिस डिसीजन, नहीं मेरे को नहीं लगा फाउल है.
सही बात है. नहीं, so
देयर आर दीज थिंग्स दैट नीड टू चेंज. और एटलीस्ट आई सॉ समवेयर, मैं रेडिट पे एक पोस्ट पढ़ रहा था वेयर इट वाज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टेक कि why don't we allow referees, I think that's a bit too much now that I'm saying it, as I'm saying it मेरे को realize हो रहा है, but why don't we allow referees to once in a while come to the camera or come to and explain their decisions.
So that's what they're trying to do in Sky Sports, but
But it's not coming
it's
off
not
well.
coming off well क्योंकि
Because
that
Sky Sports
actual
is-
referee who's taking the call in VR box is not coming. It's like their head जो कोई भी आके कर रहा है.
And Sky Sports is now like a mouthpiece for PGMOL कि वो जब भी if
They'll protect the football.
Always,
Yeah,
always.
yeah.
so Ashwin, to answer your question, we don't really fucking know why these
Yeah,
referees
but
are
we
allowed
feel
to
you. We feel
referee
you.
And man, it's a mess. And it's not today that अब पहला साल तो बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. For the longest time I can
Since
remember,
it's here.
English refereeing standards have only gotten worse by the year.
Yeah.
And here's hoping it gets better soon. Man.
I hope so too, man.
Let's move on to the next question.
Yep.
The question is, the Liverpool win,
Mm-hmm.
was it a close call or tactical brilliance? So I mean the context is basically Liverpool ka one of the if you guys should look at our preview, the one we did with Ambuj, उसमें हम यही बात कर रहे थे कि Chelsea के लिए it's a big match to prove that they can pass the big test. Same is for Liverpool, like with Slot as a new manager, उसके लिए भी एक it was a very different test for him. And to be honest, I think Liverpool, it was a tough game. Chelsea played really well, but Liverpool also showed that they have the ability to change mid-game, have a tactical nuance to it.
So I think I don't think it is tactical brilliance per se, because just a quick outline of the game. First half we were dominating. Fine, we conceded that penalty, and still post that penalty we were constantly a threat, and we were in Liverpool's half. And their issue was, so I mean, how they were tactically set up in the first half was that they had wingers. Their wingers were on the corners, hugging the touch line, the throwing line, and their midfield was tagged like so that no one can pass through the midfield. Everyone has, so we had to go through our wings, and that was quite an issue for them in the first half. Even though they contained us, I mean they stopped all the crosses and the attacks, whatever you say. But once they opened up their midfield in the second half, and they hugged their touch, like the midfield was open, and they had these, both their 6 and 8s were supporting the wings.
Right.
That is when our opportunity opened, and Caicedo passed, and Nicholas Jackson went through and he scored. Nicholas Jackson again, 8 goals, 8 games, 8 goals. Don't forget what I said.
Yeah.
So non-penalty goals pe he's one of the best strikers in the league, just saying. So my point being, tactical brilliance nahi tha yaar. I think it was more of the brilliance of their just defense. मतलब Van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold, these guys were, specifically these two, were too good.
This is where I disagree. क्योंकि क्या है, if you see what Slot did well, I don't think it was a tactical masterclass, one for the ages, ऐसा कुछ नहीं था. But it showed that Liverpool have a much more evolved squad than Chelsea does.
Absolutely.
Obviously, Liverpool had a home advantage all of that.
Yeah.
But not only that, but even as a manager, a new manager in the league, Slot is doing good things in a way where it's not maybe एकदम अलग से ऐसे दिख नहीं रहा है. He's not pumping his fist like Klopp every time, but he's doing some really smart tweaks. So, for example, like you said, जो Caicedo का lane open हो गया और उसको pass करके Nicholas Jackson goal मार पाया.
Yeah.
Later, what Slot did very well is he switched his tactics in a way. He realized that usually Slot likes to isolate the number 6 in a way that they don't let the opposition create much from there.
Yeah.
But because there were 2 6s that you guys were, I mean, virtually 2 because of Caicedo and
Lavia initially in the first half and then Enzo.
So it was getting difficult for Liverpool to isolate both of them. That is when Slot asked Curtis Jones to step inside, उसको भी mark करने बोला. And I think that was an intelligent shift because Chelsea were really, they were playing well, they were attacking well. But it helped them contain Chelsea in a way where it looked like they will be able to see off the game.
Yeah. So
it never looked like, man, this is a very tricky, tight game.
So that is where, I mean, thoda sa I would like to give credit to my team. Bro, it was a tight game. We had around 12 or 30, I may be wrong, I think 10 or 12 corners.
Yeah.
We had 12 shots. Fine.
Some 500 passes.
500
completed.
or something passes, and percentage of possession was also high, better than them. ठीक है.
A lot of that is game state as well.
ठीक है यार, like चलो मैं stats भी छोड़ दो. Anyone who watched that game knew that it was not. I mean, fine, Liverpool was not rattled per se, पर लेकिन they had a difficult time.
100%. It was a tough game for them. Chelsea played really well. You should see Slot's comments, what he said after the game.
Man. So I think we'll move on to a question which is related to Chelsea, and Yashraj Tiwari had mentioned it in our Instagram post.
Yeah.
And the question was, what do you think about the Maresca and Mudryk situation? So to answer your question, Yashraj, I think वो बंदे ने उसको एक squad player बना दिया है.
Correct.
And अभी, like as we speak, right now the game is going on against Panathinaikos in Conference League. And he's starting there. तो उसने जो squad dissect किया है where there are 2 11s, उसमें वो उसको chance दे रहा है. But Mudryk is again someone like until unless he gets his footing right, he will be like a 40-50 minute player, and then he's going to jump into Jadon Sancho or Pedro Neto to change the game.
Chelsea lead 1-0 by
and Chelsea, oh great, Chelsea's lead.
Felix scores.
João Felix, again a luxury player.
Yeah.
So our squad he's creating a squad in such a way where he's giving everyone game time, but he's focusing where to give which players game times. Like it's nailed on that he's going to start in Conference League, and वो Conference League level का player है देखो अभी तो.
नहीं यार,
अभी तो at least given
my
form
problem is कि there are so many players who are I'm saying there is a player in him. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो
बिल्कुल
I don't think
बिल्कुल
I don't think he's a 100 million player.
बिल्कुल.
But there is definitely a super talented player in that guy. And I just feel that there are some players who just need, like I'll give, obviously because of Arsenal, I'll give an example of Arsenal, which is Havertz. जो बार-बार Havertz से Arteta से पूछते हैं, why do you think Havertz is doing so well?
Yeah.
Like he just needed love. It sounds very cheeky and whatever.
Yeah, ठीक है. Different approach चाहिए basically.
Exactly. So with Mudryk also, I think he's a kind of a थोड़ा eccentric बंदा भी है. If you see the kind of shit he did with TikToks and everything before coming. I followed him a lot before, obviously, because he was going to come to Arsenal पहले.
So he was a person who was the star player of Shakhtar.
Yeah.
All eyes on him.
Yeah.
He was the maverick there or whoever, like the game changer there. And now he's come to a squad where he's not.
Yeah.
So that is also a paradigm shift that he needs to understand. Fine, he came with a big price tag. And whatever that former club guy.
That was very interesting. He said,
क्या तो बोला था वो.
If you don't know how to handle a Ferrari, don't buy a Ferrari.
ये शाख्तार का
former club chief
बोलता है, and I want to give an answer to him. Bro, you don't drive Ferraris on rugged roads like Premier League. You drive them on like racetracks, which is like Conference League. Hence how Enzo Maresca is playing them. So
no, but jokes apart, I think for a 100 million player, Maresca will have to take out the best out of him in this season.
Bro,
or
not
else,
his question, his buy, and secondary.
It's not that-
secondly,
that's not the
his
point. नहीं,
money
नहीं,
to
नहीं,
pay. मतलब उसने थोड़ी ना बोला था 100 million का player है ले लो.
वैसा we can't
You have to
answer
dissociate.
नहीं यार, you can't. I'm saying you can dissociate in a way where this guy is not my player, period, which is still a separate issue. मतलब जैसे स्टर्लिंग को बाहर निकाल
हाँ,
दिया.
ठीक है.
But if he is a part of the squad,
Investment है.
and it's a 100 million investment. It automatically becomes the responsibility of the manager कि मैं इससे best कैसे निकालूं. And he's miles away from his best here. So I think
Way back.
I think उसको ऐसे इग्नोर करने से नहीं होगा कि नहीं यार इसको मैं
नहीं, so
conference league
essentially he's
खिलाऊंगा.
giving him minutes, as I'm saying ना, वो conference league में start कर रहा है.
Yeah.
I mean, what उससे ज्यादा क्या दे सकते हो अभी, मतलब.
Basically, I would like to see Mudryk have a sort of like a redemption arc, and let's see if he has one. And I genuinely think the responsibility should lie with Maresca.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it will
fine,
take time.
fair,
I'm not
fair.
saying कि उसको उसी को खिलाओ, but
Fair.
there should be a path for him.
Should be eased in, and होगा. Time लगेगा लेकिन होगा.
I agree. ठीक है. I think let's go to the
I
next
think,
question.
Yeah, the next question is, and again from Yashas Tiwari. So the question is, ideal Arsenal backline for Liverpool game if Calafiori is out.
यार ये तो अलग ही चल रहा है भाई.
भाई
You're fucked, bro.
मैं तुम्हें एक बहुत बढ़िया सा एक पंच लाइन दूं. North London is not red. North London is red cards only.
Seriously, bro, it's insane. मतलब मेरे को बस, I mean, obviously, let's not go over the red cards because we've already discussed it and everything. I think the problem is we don't realize how many players are injured at Arsenal right now. Saka, Odegaard, Calafiori, Timber, Ben White is not 100%. You know, even
यार ये अपन डिस्कस किए थे एक चीज कि I pointed this out
Depth.
that depth तुम्हारा
नहीं, but
depth could
that's
be
the
the only
issue.
reason, and ये तुम अभी already face करना
I
शुरू
mean-
कर
I
रहे हो. It's
mean-
9 games down.
the problem is कि ऐसा पहले हुआ नहीं है पिछले 3 साल में कि इतने players एक साथ इंजर हैं. And bro, we have 4 really good fullback options: Calafiori, Timber, Ben White, Zinchenko, Tomiyasu. 5. Like they are all top 6 मतलब
Fair.
big 6 player की टीम में वो स्टार्ट कर सकते हो ऐसे प्लेयर्स हैं.
Fair, fair, fair.
उसमें सब इंजर्ड है ब्रो. Literally everybody
So,
is injured.
so that's again
you can't
just
foresee that and you can't plan for that.
I just
कि
wanted to
5 में से
correlate.
5 fullbacks are injured.
yeah.
And अपन अब Chelsea ऐसे we can't like just
नहीं
spend a
हाँ
billion
अरे
and-
बट सो इवन दो वी हैव दैट मेनी प्लेयर्स हमारे भी इंजर हो गए तो हम भी कुछ नहीं कर सकते लेकिन
Correct.
दैट्स व्हाट सो आई वांट टू कोरिलेट दिस टू द सेम थिंग व्हिच हैपेंड लास्ट सीजन विद लिवरपूल वर नॉट इन अ टाइटल रेस बिकॉज़ दे हैड सो मेनी इंजरीज एवरीवन थॉट इन लोग खराब खेल रहे हैं लेकिन
Even United for that
यूनाइटेड
matter,
फॉर दैट
last to last
मैटर
year,
सो
yeah.
वो फेज आना ही है तुम 3 साल में अगर प्लेयर्स को रगड़ोगे उन लोग को 50-40 गेम खिलाओगे 50 गेम बैक टू बैक विदाउट एनी रेस्ट दैट इज व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन
No, but that's what I'm saying. In terms of numbers, we have 22, 23 players, which even City has.
so then
you know,
it's a physio's issue I think it's more of
yeah,
I mean,
I genuinely think it's just a bit of luck and a lot
Luck
of things.
तो यार देखो
यार,
है
अब
ही है वो.
If you see Odegaard's injury, it's a freak injury. उसका ankle घूम गया भाई, वो कैसे रोक सकते
हाँ
हो?
ठीक बात है
Anyway, so Calafiori का प्रॉब्लम ये है कि उसका नी में इंजरी थोड़ा हाइपर एक्सटेंड हो गया था अगेंस्ट शाख्तार इन चैंपियंस लीग. I think he's quietly been one of our best defenders this season up till now.
Yeah.
And nobody thought he would just break into the team. He's that good, and he inverts for a 6 foot whatever he is. That he still inverts and whatever. And I just think without Calafiori, then things are really tough for us. It's a very tricky call because Zinchenko एक option है, Miles Lewis Kelly, a young guy, very good player, but throwing him in the deep end again, things like that. अब क्या होगा कि Ben White and Gabriel will start as
समझ गया
centre
सेंटर
backs.
बैक्स
I think Partey will play as the right back if
If this
Timber
guy is
is
not
not back.
हाँ.
If Calafiori is injured, then we'll have to take a call between Kivior, Zinchenko, and what's his name, Lewis Kelly. But I think we'll go with Kivior because I think Arteta has shown more trust in Kivior over Zinchenko in the past 6 to 8 months. Even against Bayern, Champions League last year, Kivior made a mistake but played the games. And I'm sort of okay in him deputizing. He's not a bad player, I think.
कभी ना भी तो करना ही पड़ेगा
And
and
वो
when the
last year
situation and
भी
bad
किया
calls.
and you know he's got a lot of interest from Italy because of that. But I think my call is it will be either like a lopsided formation where Partey very aggressively inverts and 3 at the back sort of formation with Kivior, LCB, Gabriel center and Ben White right. And
इंटरेस्टिंग.
मतलब फ्लैट फोर
Flat four ही खेलना पड़ेगा.
बट वो पार्टे बहुत अग्रेसिवली राइट
बीच
के
में
साथ
आएगा.
इन्वर्ट करेगा एंड किवियोर बिकॉज किवियोर कांट ओवरलैप अंडरलैप एंड थिंग्स लाइक
So
दैट इज जस्ट अ गुड
I think Declan Rice has to sit down and come back in centre back role because that's what he can pull off and that is what will give you stability. And Partey को आगे खिलाओ.
But then number 10, one of Ethan Nwaneri or someone will have to start.
And that is a better shout than
I
putting
would love
someone.
that. I would love
Yeah,
that.
मतलब.
But I don't think that is going to happen.
चलो we'll see.
Because अभी तक I'm just surprised how less trusting Arteta has been of Nwaneri. And that's one thing Arteta needs to prove that, you know, he's more trusting of players.
Fair.
But I still think to answer Yashi's question, I think it'll be a flat four with Partey inverting aggressively. It'll be Kivior, Gabriel, Ben White and Partey as right back.
Good. Fair.
Okay. Next question we can do. Who do you think will have the great escape from the relegation battle this season? This question was sent us to us by Anshuman Narayan on Instagram. So yeah, who do you
यार
think?
पूरा फोकस ही टॉप 6 में चल रहा है तो मेरे को तो ऑनेस्टली अभी तक पता नहीं था. सो बाय व्हेन जब ये क्वेश्चन आया तब मैंने देखा एंड आई थिंक इट्स वुल्व्स एंड क्रिस्टल पैलेस और तीसरी टीम कौन सी है? Southampton being 19th and 18th is Crystal
Wolves and
Palace.
Southampton both on 1 point and Crystal Palace on 4 points.
यार इसमें से द ऑब्वियस शाउट इज क्रिस्टल पैलेस जो निकल ही जाएगी बट दे आर हैविंग अ बैड स्टार्ट बट आई पर्सनली थिंक दैट इट्स गोइंग टू बी यार Wolves just have a bad start. They are playing good. They are playing good. They just have a bad start.
मेरे को उल्टा लगता है. I think they had a couple of tough fixtures. They has shown patches of brilliance and whatever.
Bro, City के सामने अच्छा खेली थी यार.
But I genuinely think कि Wolves का problem ये है कि they have just become a feeder club, right? तो
Fair.
they always just end up selling their players and everything. They have good managers. It's a very agent focused team. कि वो क्या नाम है?
क्या?
There's this agent who has some.
हाँ ये पेड्रो नेटो का एजेंट basically.
Jorge Mendes.
हाँ.
तो उसका पैसा भी लगा हुआ है उसमें. But my point being, because of that, it looks like they've really fallen a lot. मैं उसी दिन देख रहा था. अभी few years back they were in the Europa, bro. There was a time where Wolves was in Europa, not more than 4-5 years back.
अरे they had a very good run with Nuno Espirito Santos
Right.
when he was there.
And even after that, they were good.
Yeah.
When Raul Jimenez was there, Adama Traore was there. So all of these.
Adama Traore is still there. No, he's in Fulham. Sorry, he's in
So all
Fulham.
these players have gone to different clubs now, and now there's a lot of Kilman, one of their best defenders.
Bro, नूरी भी मेरे को इतना अच्छा लगता है. अभी भी मैं उसको टीम में ले लूँ ऐसा लगता है.
Right. अब Southampton का ऐसा है कि I think it's more of a yo-yo, becoming a yo-yo club because I think they might head back. क्योंकि
बाबा जाओ अभी हो गया.
Wolves का तो भी great escape का you can make like an underdog story. Southampton, I don't know how they're going to do what they're going to do. Crystal Palace, I'm pretty confident they have the squad where definitely 18 is not what.
तो एक टीम को तो नीचे आना पड़ेगा उसकी वजह से.
So I think it will be between Ipswich and Everton.
Okay.
Because Everton only now are looking a bit better. They've had 2 wins in the last 4
But they have had
games.
easy fixtures as well, I think. So.
Yeah, but I don't see how Everton, you know,
go against Fulham or someone.
Fulham are flying, bro. Fulham are on 11 points. They're 10th in the.
No, मतलब they have a game against Fulham, na. That's why I'm saying.
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah.
So. Yeah, fine. So I think it's gonna. So we both agree on it that Crystal Palace is obviously gonna be out. It's not more of a great escape. It's more be like.
And who do you think will be sucked in?
Bro, I honestly think even though Ipswich are having a great start.
I mean, for their standards, they've done well.
Yeah, their striker वो Delap बढ़िया खेल रहा है.
3 draws in a row.
So ठीक है, but I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Summers में इन लोग को winter में अभी signing करेंगे ना कुछ तो possibility है, वरना मुश्किल है.
And these clubs usually don't sign.
Yeah. So yeah, I think abhi we have a little bit of time for a quick question.
Okay.
So City Wolves के बारे में, what do you think? So do City really look like a title-winning side?
Yeah.
This season.
I think it's an interesting approach to how City are playing. I think because there's so much going on around Arsenal and around Liverpool, that I think we are only forgetting. एक तो there are both kinds of things that we can talk about. कि अभी तो John Stones 90th minute winner मारा and things like that.
Guardiola goals मार रहा है crazy.
But
दोनों
City
crazy
are
goals.
going through a mini sort of evolution in a way where KDB is not the same guy he was.
Yeah.
and doesn't look in form.
And Erling Haaland looks found out, man.
Yeah, he's not scored a single goal or assist since he fucking asked Arteta to be humble. So be humble, Be humble.
Be humble. And one more thing to point out, since Chelsea, they haven't had a clean sheet this season.
Yeah,
Which is
they've
mind-blowing
only
fact.
had one clean sheet
Which
in
was
the
against
Premier
us.
League, which was in the game week 1. Since then they've conceded against Ipswich, against West
Everyone,
Ham, against
everyone,
else.
everyone.
And if you see, what is interesting is 2 or 3 of them, they have not taken the lead. Brentford also they conceded first.
Yeah.
Wolves also they conceded first. So their defenders are quite good, to be honest. But I think where the problem is, this
The
is where
attack.
you're missing Rodri. This is where you're missing an informed KDB, an informed Foden. Last year Foden was scoring goals left, right and center.
अबे उसका तो मिनट्स जीवन में ऐसा मैनेज हो रहा है जैसे कुछ नहीं, मतलब ही शुड लास्ट ईयर प्रीमियर लीग प्लेयर ऑफ द सीजन. इस साल कितने गेम स्टार्ट किया है?
He's barely played minutes,
Exactly.
yeah.
So उसको either Pep Guardiola, who
He always does that.
Yeah, he does that. So देखो, this is a very outside shot I'm saying. Pep Guardiola last season and Xabi Alonso comes in.
Yeah.
Which
But
is
I
a-
think it is
so-
Pep's last season.
So
I-
yeah, even I think so. Pep's का last season है. So वो जैसे ही जाएगा, Xabi Alonso comes in,
Yeah.
and then these people will not be managed in such a scrutinized way where भाई तुम player of the season का minutes ऐसे manage कर रहे हो जैसे उसको starting time मिलने के लिए उसको भीख मांगनी पड़ रही
नहीं,
है.
but because he's a genius, right? तो वो
यार-
nobody's gonna question it.
यार ठीक है, method to
He did-
madness है, लेकिन
he did that
madness
with
है,
Grealish.
madness है.
100%, and he has the luxury to do that. Bro.
Yeah.
Gundogan खेल सकता
अरे
है,
वो
Bernardo Silva खेल सकता
जैक
है.
ग्रिलिश तो पार्टी ट्रिक प्लेयर लगता है उन लोग के लिए.
Exactly.
आ गया पार्टी में थोड़ी सी एक ट्रिक करा के चले गया, वैसा
चले
टाइप का
गया.
बंदा है.
And now they have Savinho as well. मेरे को क्या लगता है, Pep क्या करता है कि he realizes there are some players who are under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
अगर वो 2 गेम भी खराब खेले तो उनके टैग लग जाते हैं, वो फॉर्म में नहीं है. तो ही मैनेजेस दैट वेरी ब्यूटीफुली, वेयर अब भी वो नहीं खिलाएगा. अब देखना क्रिसमस पीरियड चालू होगा और नाउ फोर्डन अचानक से टीम में आएगा. He'll be the next big thing on FPL. Everyone will buy him because वो 4 गेम में 4 गोल मार देगा and things like that. So
I think it's a good time to close our discussion. We had a good run of questions coming in from our followers. So thank you guys for watching us. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like the video. And also, this is Football Republic of India. It's Karan here, and that's Ronak, and we're just getting started.